This episode is brought to you by thedolphinwars.com.
Hello, everybody. This is King Dolphin TV, episode 341. And we have a problem. As you can see, I've put the Semper Gumby out there. My guest, who I have been working on for years, for months, forever, trying to get him on, hasn't shown up. I don't know what's going on. I am totally conflicted. So I guess you guys are stuck with me tonight. So let's go through the welcome. If you like what we're doing here, despite Gumby invading, please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Watch the videos, get those like hours up so I can get the monetizing, and please subscribe. And if you are so inclined to help out the channel here, go to the top of the stream, and it says, make sure Snorty and Trike doesn't pay a visit. Pay here at the streams. So, yes, please put some ducats in the bucket. Help out the channel and let's see how far we can go. Tim says, FKHC says he's eating something. Hold on. Probably. Let me welcome everybody who is here. We've got our producer, Sandra Feliciano, my able-bodied producer who throws things at me. And I like it, yes. And I couldn't do it without her. Remember, this is a King Dolphin TV production in color and stereo where available, and it is a Sandra Feliciano production. So let me welcome everybody who is here. Snort. We've got the Phantom Outsider. Hello, Fanty. He hasn't shown up yet. I'm getting concerned. The most concerned. We've got at my core of lifeguards. We've got Legatus Legionine. We've got FKHC 2005. And we've got Fez Forever, John Rendell. Welcome one and welcome all. In fact, Fez says King Dolphin, Sandra Legatus, FKHC, and Snortapoopus Burr, and all you other podlings from across the land and sea. Hail and hello there. Okay. All right. Well, how has everybody's week been? I hope it's going well. As usual, there are indications that we're going to get some snow. What?
It's person.
Oh, Sandra says I just cursed. I'm sorry. Have you checked for an individual you don't recognize, but looks a bit tad rubbery? Yeah. Yep. No, I don't think he is going to be wearing the rubber human suit. He, in our negotiations, he was so shy and retiring that we're gonna have to do it the way we did with Pudgy a long time ago. I'm gonna ask questions and he's gonna have to answer in the chat. That's how shy and retiring he is. So we are probably not going to see the rubber human suit, but hopefully one day we can. Okay, so now we are waiting for Snortapoopus. How do you like the avatar there? Created a la chat. Hello, Snort. Wait. Let's do this properly. Snortapoopus! Q-bar. Dot screen. Hashtag roar. Hail Trike. Hail Trike. Trike's on the couch. He's been waiting for this forever. At least when he hasn't been grabbing treats. So, hail to the Snort. Hail to Trike. Let's see what the inner bear says. Welcome, Snortapoopus Q Burr. We have you on every week, twice a week, but I definitely wanted to get you on to interview. And I know we worked hard and to get you on, and I wanted you to reveal the rubber human suit. But I think when you growled at me and threatened me with mutilation, I had to relent. So we'll persevere, but I am sure you will have. Yeah, see, everybody wants the video of the bird. Hey, you got to do it. Hello, old man bird. And hello to the amazing anti-derivative Jill. Welcome to both of you. All right. Okay. So now, as our let's see. Jill is busy, but she can't miss this. She is listening. Okay. Phantom Outsider says when Snort is using the human suit, he is hard to read as the rubber human face has no emotional range. Yeah, true, but I'm sure we will find out more as we go. And Old Man Bird says, we want video. Snortapoopus Q Bird to see what kind of bird he is. He's a ferocious one. He's a very ferocious one. Okay. And FKHC says, note for YouTube, Raymond is being sarcastic. Yeah. All right, so this is how we're going to do it. As usual, I will ask questions and Snort will answer in his imitable form, and I will read out his remarks. At the same time, please feel free to ask questions about our favorite Burr. And maybe he'll answer, or maybe he'll toss a fish at you. We don't know. So, Snortapoopus, say hello to everybody, and we will begin our interview. He must be eating. We're waiting for me to shut up. Or there he goes. Hello to everybody. And hello to you, Snortapoopus. The first question I would like to ask you is, please give us a little background. I asked this question of everybody. Yeah. Answers in the form of question. Please, give us a little bit of your background. I've asked that question all the time, and you still are a mystery to me. So please, Snort, give us a little bit about your background. He's typing. He's typing. I'm going to. He says, well, I was born on a humble ice floe in the southern part of the Arctic known as Indiana. Wait a minute. That's way southern part of the Arctic. That is Indiana is nowhere close to the Arctic. How that says different Indiana. So did you have a big family? Did you have a did you go hunting a lot, or did you just wander? Then the Burr parents moved to Virginia, but eventually ended up in Florida because the seals there are clueless. Ah, I didn't know there were. I didn't know that there were seals in Virginia. Let's see. Phantom Outsider with the first question. Is Snort now, or has he ever been part of the secret polar bear cabal that meets on the dark side of the moon 2 times a year minimum, unless they have an emergency system? Do you have a question? Do you have an answer for that, Snort? Tim says it was never easy for me. I was born a poor black child. Ah. Okay. All right. Okay. So he's still typing. We cannot discuss our activities on the moon I wasn't, but thought of it. Okay. There is. I think I actually have a Burr sighting in Tampa. Let's see. Where is it? Okay. I don't have it. All right. So you moved to Florida. Snort says, "How well, Sandra?" And Fez asks, "Keith Moon and Laura Mars." You said shh. Okay. So, how long did you live in Florida? And what part of Florida? Now remember, he's answering these questions. He's answering these questions. In the meantime, he is eating probably a seal. So please excuse the slow answers. Ted says, first you get the money, then you get the power, then you get the seals. He's been there since 1975, 73 on the West Coast near Tampa. Okay. So what type? It's actually a little Scottish. It's actually a little Scottish town with lots of yummy food. Okay. There was a lovely Greek restaurant near Tampa way back in the 70s. Okay. So now when where did you go to? I'm sure it was kind of hard for you to go to school, being a rather large and ferocious polar bear family. Is that the origin of the? Is that the origin of the rubber human suit? Please tell us about the rubber human suit.
Oh gosh, nothing really offhand. I've been sitting with my a lot. She saw me sitting by myself. By himself. So I've been sitting by it.
Let's see.
My husband's in the music industry. Yeah.
Snort says, ever possibly near Top Springs. A lot of Greeks there. Hello, Swift -1. Getting ready for your grand appearance at the big game.
Substitute. Yeah.
And Tim, FKHC 2005 says, did Snorty ever go to Tampa Tarpons games back in the day? Seal Haggis? Tarpon Springs, that was it. He had to use the rubber suit to go to the University of South Florida so I wouldn't scare the humans. So So what did you get your degree in, Snort? And hello, Dalek 451. The exterminator galore. Snort says hello to Swift -1. There's Dalek, who gets helloed by Snort. And he says, never attended many games. Oh, okay. So I imagine that if you went to the University of South Florida, you had to have gotten on. I majored in something really profitable, ancient and medieval history, for which I was begging for money on the street. Ah, but which is why. Okay. Which is why. Ah, I am such a poor bear. Now, hi, Tiger Stripes. Welcome. Unfortunately, Gumby hit, and because Snortapoopus is such a Snortapoopus is such a shy and reserved and reclining bear. Emphasis on reclining. Retiring, actually. I'm doing the transcribing of his answers. Tim says, like my cousin, basically with what he learned. Tiger says, is it because you're shy, Snorty? Oh, come on. Good to see you, Tiger Stripes. He says, I am available for adoption if anyone would like to keep me in the style to which I want to become accustomed. And what would that be, Snort? What style would that be? Constant supply of seals? Minor millionaire status would suffice. Oh, okay. So, okay, so you're in Florida. You've got a history degree. What did you do afterwards? Aw, he's such a poor bear. Aw. And of course, you have to stay in the human suit because people are legitimately scared of polar bears. Tim says, like my cousin, basically with what he learned. All right. Phantom Outsider says, see, you should have studied ancient and medieval dance history, like your cousin Dancing Bear. He made a decent living with Captain Kangaroo, I've heard. Let's see. Fez says Pepsi because Agent Coke 1 doesn't cut it. Hello, Pudgy Hedgehog. He's saying, Pudgy waves, listening to show, doing official hedgehog stuff. Hugs to everybody. All right. We've got the Pudgy one, which means Snort, you better be prepared for the question. Because you know it will be asked. All right. Pudgy's being hailed. Snort said hello to the Pudgy. Tiger Stripe says, no, that's a no can do on my part. I was also an Army ROTC for 3 years in college, but I had to resign because I ate the helicopter, 3 tanks, and a sergeant major. Wow. What did they do to you to make you decide to feast on them? And there's the question. What is your favorite cookie? And Cobalt finished the scripts. Yay. Yay. Congrats to Cobalt. And I know Cobalt's out there. And hello. I don't disagree with you. He says, I was hungry that day and the MREs were awful. Yeah, MREs, you would think that they had that they were a product of the 80s. They could have made some better stuff. He says walrus macaroon or chocolate chip. Okay. So now is the walrus in the chocolate chip or is that a separate cookie? So you do the chocolate chip. Okay. MRE, Marines ready to eat. So you left ROTC, probably in disgrace. Sorry to hear that. He'll settle for the chocolate chip. Okay. All right. So what did you do after college? Go on rampages, kidnap walruses and put him in the freezer, or what? He says, it was a happy separation. I was happy not to be going into the Army, and the Army was not happy not to have me. Makes sense. You could have gone in the Air Force, Navy, Marines. That those were viable choices. Of course, I could see this. I could see this, you doing this, Snort. That's actually a sighting, a supposed sighting. Bez says, MREs are made by Chef Boyardee's awful. Yeah. Phantom Outsider asks, didn't Snortapoopus sell Amway products with Bob Hope for a while? I worked for a while as a computer operator, but computers are not very tasty, and then I settled for being a library support type for some years. So you enjoy library. I bet you've read a lot of books. After all, you do have some, you are a very learned and erudite bear, judging from your snippets of wisdom. No, Art. You can't just go eating the library patrons, despite them being delicious. I imagine because of that, your career as library support didn't last long. Let's see. Marine intelligence. Who painted the bear white? Army intelligence. There's a polar bear. Naval intelligence on boat. Put on speed to get away from the polar bear. Air Force intelligence. How's Rio? That's good, Pudgy. That's really good. That's what they kept telling me. So you did 91 to 2018 in libraries. Okay. A good career. Got to read lots of books at that time when you weren't eating. Old Man Bird asks, when did you take on the persona of Snortapoopus? So here, this is the result. This is the result of all that reading. Phantom asks, was the Poplars episode of Futurama based on Snortapoopus Burr as a librarian? Old Man Bird, I used to call my father the polar bear. Of course, he was the polar bear. And you read a lot of history. Okay. I dabble in history myself. What is your favorite era of history? You can't get that chandelier at Home Depot. Some politics. Shh. Yeah, we don't. Yeah, we're not going there. And related subjects. Ah. Ever think of going in? Did you ever think about going into law? Okay. Hello, Sci-Fi Mombi, to our rather unique show where I am interviewing the rather reclusive Snortapoopus, Burr. See, he is such a friendly bear. Yes, your favorite polar bear, Snortapoopus, Burr. One day, Snort was bitten by a radioactive human, and then he became a talking polar bear. Okay, let's see. Yes, this is an exclusive. And when it's Snortapoopus, you take what you can get. Otherwise, you may not have limbs at the end. I go to sleep every night listening to audiobooks. Last one was about the Pacific during World War II. Currently listening to one about Abraham Lincoln. Ah, so that's why you got the top hat. So that's why you got the top hat, to get the Abraham Lincoln motif. The reason the interview is being done like this is because King Dolphin TV sent Jim from Mutual because King Dolphin TV sent Jim from Mutual Omaha's Wild Kingdom to go get Snort, but Snort got Jim. R.I.P. Jim. I hope I didn't miss anybody in the chat. If I did, howdy. Old Man Bird asks, are you attracted to a particular actress or singer? That's a good question. I cannot tell a lie. I did not eat that cherry tree. Well, I'm glad you didn't. Could you imagine having to spit all those pits out? Ew. And Snort wishes Fez a happy birthday to both Abe and Fez. And happy upcoming birthday, Fez. Okay, now throughout your storied career, what made you decide to be the hardest working bear on YouTube? What attracted you to YouTube? Snort says, I don't get attracted to too many celebs. I try not to find out too much about any I enjoy watching. I do get attracted to real people, but alas, they aren't drawn to polar bears. Ah. Oh, is that because you guys are about 10 foot tall, 1,000 pounds, and with claws the size of daggers, or claws the size of Bowie knives, and you have the irritating habit of eating people? Is that why? Just because Snort has told me that when he hugs a person, he hugs a person, and they tend to not survive the experience. Why? I don't know. Bears are cuddly creatures. Bears are such cuddly and friendly creatures. That love making friends. Claws the size of a 56 Buick. You mean like this, Snort? I was looking for some opinions on New Trek, so I wandered onto a Doomcock stream, and from there I just kept blundering into more streams. Ah, yep. And then you found the pod. You found the pod, and we are glad to have you with us on the pod. I know the dolphin, the dolphin world and the polar bear hegemony have a peace treaty. I do admit to have some interesting eating habits. Cough. That's a big seal. Mmm. Mmm. Frozen canned humans. And then I found the pod, and rest was tragedy. History. Nice snort. So you have talked about this hegemony. Are the rules about the hegemony the same as the rules about Fight Club? You don't talk about the first rule about Fight Club is you don't talk about Fight Club. The first rule of the hegemony is you don't talk about the hegemony. Ted for Hire once said that it isn't a stream without Snortapoopus Burr. That is so true. It isn't a stream without the Burr. It's a good idea not to talk too much about the Earth sign hegemony or which planet we come from. How many chats do you growl in? I have seen you in one and another. Ralph Cramden, hegemony. Yes, that is wise. And it is true. Yep, he visits a few chats. Well, I'm glad he has made a pseudo home here at the pod. He growls in sci-fi Mombi. Ah. Whoops, didn't mean to put it in the camel, but I guess it is hump day. Yep. He visits the Mombi among others. Was speaking of Mombi and thus a convoluted trail, was the missus on today? I looked for the stream and I didn't see it. Hump day. Hump day. Okay. Here's more about the family. How many brothers and sisters do you have? Oh, okay. Good. I wasn't sure. Ah. Okay. Oh, so Wednesday was kind of lean for streaming, except here at the pod tonight. Okay. Oh, she did? Okay. Okay. Ah, I have had 4 sister bears and 1 brother bear, all older and elsewhere. Okay, so a big bear family. Let's see. So, do you have any favorite sports or hobbies? Lots of bears and all smelly. Well, I'm sure bears have a. Well, first off, you got to get close enough to the bear to get a whiff of that of that bearish aroma. Because I think if you get too close to a bear's personal space, you're gonna be hurt. Legata says, and no, taking naps is not a hobby. Reading mostly now. I used to build a lot of models and paint miniatures. Ah, cool. Ah, I do love to nap. Me too, Snort. In fact, Sandra says I can sleep at the drop of a hat, any hat. Meals on Wheels, the Tundra buggy. Drops a hat. Yeah. Okay. Speaking of books, okay, you read history. What science fiction books do you like? Ice cream truck. I think he's thinking about that one. There must be a lot of science fiction out there. Well, there is. What's the airspeed velocity of an unladen swallow? Depends. Is he going to Capistrano? Double. You got any of those? You got any of those frozen red, white, and blue rocket ship humans? I used to read a lot of Trek novels, but haven't for years. I love, love, love the Lord of the Rings, although that's fantasy. African or European swallow? To Snorty, human, the other white meat. Yep. Okay. What, shameless self plug here, what do you think of a certain trilogy of books written about cetaceans? And human tastes like pork. I thought they tasted like chicken. Loaded question? You mean like a loaded potato? I gotta really work on my unmuting the microphone. Science fiction trilogy about dolphins dealing with a near future Earth and an evil killer whale species? Never heard of one. Ah. Nope, they asked that question. Smithsonian Magazine. What does human flesh taste like? Depends on who you ask. Ew. Yeah, your tax dollars at work. Yep, a fool and the money is soon parted. Actually, the last series I've read in book form. And then you went into the audiobooks. What does human taste like? Well, it varies from person to person. Okay. But seriously, do you have a particular era of history that you like, that you find fascinating? Huh. I think when I go to France later this year, I will listen to some classic books on tape. It's hard for me to read these days. I get very sleepy at bedtime. Okay. I gotta check something out here. Okay, so the period of history is more of a mood thing. Oh, okay. So, what? So, do you? So you're a retired bear, or are you a retired bear? And if you are, or if you're not, what occupations are you in or seeking to be in? I like the Osprey Publishing books. Okay. I was listening to an old favorite about the 14th century and an old classic about a certain Austrian house painter. Ah, I am fully retired now. Yeah, we can't say the other word because of YouTube. It may smack me around. Um, okay, so you are just loving the life of Eve, uh, a bear of leisure. A bear of leisure. So am I, but lazy doesn't pay the bills. So, and I think I'd get bopped by my producer. Um, okay, now I've heard that you have traveled around the world. What locations have you been in, and what part of the world do you like? And do you go back to the Arctic to visit the family? I need a good task mistress. Ah, you know, take off the human suit, put on a top hat and a bow tie, and um, I'm sure the ladies will be running over to you. Just don't eat them. Oh, oh dear, oh dear. Amber, wearing leather and high heels. Task mistress. Oh, oh my goodness gracious me. What a sight that would be. I haven't been northward in years. Visited New Zealand in 2006. That was my big overseas adventure. Did you meet Carla at that time? Did you meet Carla Burton at that time? Or was this a solo adventure? And how was New Zealand? Maybe Snorty should open an Airbnb. Air, let's see. Air Bear needs bear. Air Bear needs bear. And of course, Snort just swooned when he heard the name Amber. Hmm. Amber in leather. Hmm. Yeah. Fez says, if he met Carla Burton, did he turn her into Carla Burp? No, come on, Carla is uh, around, so he didn't eat her. I was solo. I actually met Carla when she and her family visited Orlando a couple of years ago. Ah, cool. And they survived the experience. Carla is good people, so he wouldn't. Yes, true. Very true. She could be a clone. Ooh, clones. It's always clones. What does the Q stand for? Quadruped. Ah, so the mystery is revealed. Snortapoopus quadruped Burr. Ah. And okay, so Snort, when you stand on your hinds, um, how tall are you? And if you could come back as any bear, who would you come back as? 11-foot in bear form. Oh, okay. Man, that's got to be some rubber human suit. Most humans are only about 6 to 7 feet. Well, 5 to 6 feet on a good day. I know there's some that are 7 feet, but oh, and by the way, when I was negotiating, yeah, stretchy human suit. Ah, maybe a Smoky. He seems to have fun. Oh, okay. Um, I got to tell a story about Snortapoopus. We were doing the negotiations, and he called me and did it collect. So I had to pay the collect charges. And believe you me, um, when you're when you're talking to a bear at Florida, the charges get high because he doesn't get off the phone. For a shy retiring bear, he sure loves the phone. It takes a lot of squeezing to get me into the human suit. Ah, okay. Who? Snorty could be James Gum, for all we know. Not sure who you mean, Tim. Oh dear. Not to mention talcum powder. Or you could do like Burt Reynolds in what was that? You could do like Burt Reynolds in Striptease and cover his whole body in Vaseline. That was a disturbing image. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. The Silence of the. Okay, gotcha. I haven't watched that movie. Okay, now I get the context. So, But you see, he wouldn't be a carnivore. I mean, oh God, he wouldn't be a cannibal. He's a bear, so he can eat anything he wants. He'd put the lotion in the basket. It's been years. Was that one of Hannibal's victims? Ah, does Snorty play a musical instrument? Tim says, no, he's the one who made the human suit. I used to play fife in high school as a member of a fife and drum corps. I also tried playing an electric organ badly. And Old Man Bird asks, do you think Brie Larson tastes like Brie? Oh. Oh, 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 oh. Oh. Do, 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 do. La, 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 la. Okay, let's see. He says, I prefer eating sharp, sharp cheddar and Swiss. Tim says, I can play the electric triangle. Mhm. Are you planning on watching the big game this weekend? Oh, I knew a Pfeiffer girl once. No, her name was not Michelle. Next, every time we try to eat healthy, along comes Christmas, Easter, summer, Friday, or Tuesday, and ruins it for us. Is it very similar with polar bears? Bolivian beaver cheese is pretty good too. Never heard of it. Fez says, does it go well on pizza? I belonged to a now defunct organization called the Mount Vernon Guard. We performed all over the East Coast. Oh, okay. Cool. That's a deep, cool story. That's a deep cut. There are some pics of my days as a public tutors. Ah, we'd have to see those one day. Okay. Old Man Bird is having refreshments. I'm sure I've posted them on Tweety Bird, but I'll put some up one day. I ate at a Tudor's once. The wings were awful. Oh, it's Venezuelan beaver cheese. Oh, okay. Hello, Casey of Casey's Creepy Creations. Welcome and glad you are here. I don't know. I am not sure about the game myself. I really don't like either team. All right. Hello, Dave C. How are you? Welcome to our interview of Snortapoopus Q Burr. Snortapoopus quadruped bear. Burr. Nah, the puppy ball. Yeah. Okay. Here's a deep question for you, Snort. Have you ever thought of being on creating a YouTube channel of your own? Thanks, Tim. Here's a good question. Did Snort ever watch Twin Peaks? Does he understand it? Because I don't. I think I may have watched one episode of Twin Peaks, but Twin Peaks was out. Um, Legatus asks, did you pose for the license plates they used in the Northwest Territories, as it is polar bear shaped? And Snort says, I have a little channel, but there's nothing on it. I'd rather infect, or visit other channels. Ah, okay. Tim asks, best and worst movie you've ever seen? Snort says, I've been to some nice Twin Peaks. Oh, you mean the TV show? No, I have not. Cousin Growler posted for that. Okay. I've seen some of them pigs too. Those I understand. Take care, Sci-Fi Mombi, and thank you very much. Okay, there's the pop culture breakdown, chat. I loved Jackson's Lords of the Ring movie for all their flaws. The book is so much better. Fez says, Sci-Fi Mombi, have a great one. I hope the missus is feeling better soon. Good night, Sci-Fi Mombi. All right. Okay. Legata says, did you ever visit Churchill, Manitoba, Canada? They leave their cars unlocked to offer an escape for pedestrians who might encounter polar bears. And Tweety posted for the brave at heart. Let me go see. Okay. Of course I did. That's how I got my last car. Chowder party at Tim's house. So there is a young polar bear in a rubber human suit. And Snort likes chowder. Chowder from Harvard Yard. Okay. All right. Well, let's see here. I have the feeling Snort is probably getting a little tired. So, any little bits of wisdom that you want to expound before we go to show notes? Let's see what he says. 5. George Washington lived about 4 miles from our house. I remember he used to walk past and tell us to get off his land. A bird in the hand is an appetizer. Oh, you're most welcome, old man Burr. Glad you enjoyed it. Okay. All righty. Well, if there are no more questions, it wasn't putting up with you. We wanted to find. Do you know how many people wanted to find out about the bear? And hello, Agent Pepsi 1. You made it just in time. Glad you are here, dear. Glad you are here. We're wrapping up we've had a great interview with Snortapoopus. Fez says, snort, 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 snort. Wonderful snort. Glorious snort, 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 snort. I came late, although I wanted to find out about the bear. He is such an erudite and learned bear. You will enjoy listening to the story. That is Agent Pepsi 1. That is Snortapoopus in the rubber human suit. You've got to just love the superb color film of 1775. Agent Pepsi 1, did you get my email on Saturday with a couple questions? Well, I sent you a couple emails, and I was just wondering if you got, if you were able to look at them and can get back with me. Agent Pepsi 1 says, Snortapoopus Q Burr, you rule. He was about 10 years old. Yeah, very young bear. So, a mare cub. A mare cub. Yeah. Okay, go ahead, Ancient Pepsi one. Okay. I'll take a look at it. As we wait for Agent Pepsi One's question. Let's see. Does anyone know about DeWalt XR tools? I bought this thing at Home Depot on sale, 100% off. Surprise them for Valentine's. We get each other things that day. No, not really. Things are good. All right. No, chat's fine. Okay, so let us go to show notes.
It's time for show notes. It's time for show notes. Yeah, with Mr. Raven and Sandra too. It's time for show notes. We're bringing it on. It's time for show notes. You've all been warned. It's time for show notes.
All right. Let's see here. It is. Let's see. Ooh. Take care of every human, dolphin, doggo, like ferret, eagle, hedgehog, and New Guinea singing dog. Trademark, a wholly owned subsidiary of King Dolphin TV. I got to see this one. Let's see. What was it again? New Guinea singing dog. Oh. Oh, he's a cutie. He is a cutie. Oh. Yeah, it's there. There he is. He's cute. Fez says, 99, all you humans and bears of all shapes and sizes. Woof, I can relax now. Where's Trike? He's coming for you. Love to let him loose in my classroom. All right. Show notes. I'm over here. I'm still kerflanked about I'm still all kerfluffed about Snortapoopus deigning to give me an interview. All right. This Sunday, or no, this Saturday for Just Cuz is our second theme show of the year, and it is a Looney Tunes theme song or theme show. Oh, but your curtains light. This is it. I forgot the words. A week from tonight, we're going to have Grace Haley K's new book release. Looking forward to that. It's been a while since she's been on. On the 19th, we're going to have another reading with the cast of the pod. We're going to have another reading of Radio King Dolphin TV. So February is a busy night or busy month. Looking forward to it. I'll get you guys the script probably tomorrow. And so Snort says, Agent Pepsi 1, Tyke could toot and clear the classroom. Yeah, he can. Let's see. I can't wait to subside back into the faceless mass of YouTube. It's going to be at 6 p.m. Eastern time, so 5 p.m. Central. That's fine. That's fine. You'll be on time, because that's when we'll start it. Hello, Max Redstone. How are you? Okay. Wow, we got a great show. We got a great showing tonight. Let's see. And Snort says, I am still free to a good home. I'm sure you are. All right. So that is show notes.
It's time for show notes. It's time for show notes. Yeah, with Mr. Reagan and Sandra too. It's time for show notes. We're bringing it on. It's time for show notes. You've all been warned. It's time for show notes.
Alrighty. Agent Pepsi 1 says, you cost too much to feed. Bears eat a lot. Fez says, I wonder if there's any recordings of Snort playing Fife. I'd love to hear Snorty toots. Aw, Snort's crying icy tears. And he says, I know, I'm off to the pits. And Snort says, do you want me to call you and toot? Oh, dear. Oh, dear. All right. So that is tonight's interview with the greatest bear on YouTube. Snortapoopus! Cuber. Dot scream. Hashtag roar. Great show, Snort. You are the Yul Brenner of interviews. The Yul Brenner of bears. All right. Good night, everybody. See you Saturday. And great interview, Snort. You made the dolphin look good. Actually, Agent Pepsi 1, he is. There he is. All right. Let me say goodnight to everybody. We will start with our visitors. We had Cobalt Bald Eagle. We had Casey's Crazy Creation. We had Dave C. We had Old Man Bird. We had Phantom Outsider. We had Pudgy Hedgehog, asker of the cookie question. We had Sci-Fi Mombi. We had Swift -1. I say yes. So I did say, I did say Phantom Outsider. Swift -1. We had the lovely and talented Tiger Stripes, our amazing visitors to the chat. Please like and subscribe and watch the videos. And now the Lifeguard Corps. We had our producer, Sandra. Love you, honey. We had Fez Forever, John Randall. We had the wondrous, amazing, and talented Agent Pepsi 1, Agent Pepsi 1. They've given you a number and taken away your name. We had the lovely and talented anti-derivative Jill. Check out her shows. Check out her shows on Tuesdays and Fridays and other times. All right. Okay. Okay, there's Jill. Snort waves of Paul. Okay, where was I? We had Dalek 451, the Exterminator. We had FKHC 2005, the amazing Legatus Legionii, Max Redstone. And again, Snortapoopus, thank you for giving us a little bit of your time to get to know the inner bear. The inner bear. It was fun. And you, everybody, I want you to trike or treat. Everybody, you take care, be safe, stay warm. If you're in the way of this nasty storm, be careful. And I will see you Saturday for Looney Tunes. Aw, bows and falls over. And good night, y'all. Good night, Agent Pepsi 1. Oh, yeah, we're getting a nasty ice storm. Supposed to hit tonight. So, all right. Everybody, you take care.